What's up, Javi? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia. So my question is, I love the book and what you're doing with the book, and it's really a question about I work in ministry, and I would love to transition into doing my own nonprofit. What would be your advice for somebody who's looking to transition into something like that?
Oof, man, that's a great question. Okay, well, first of all, uh, my macro advice would be that you would come and hang out with me in Atlanta for the Godly Ambition Tour, happening May 16th. So you got to go get your tickets for that. Yes, absolutely, absolutely doing a promo right
Yeah, you know
now
I'm gonna
with
be
you on the
there.
phone. Okay, okay, so go get your tickets now. Man, that okay. So the thing about nonprofits is you have to be comfortable with organizing your network. You have to be comfortable with fundraising and talking to donors. And there are people that have a lot of vision and a lot of deficit in those areas. They don't know how to stay organized. They don't know how to ask people to meetings. They don't know how to ask for, hey man, if you do the math, like let's just say to sustain yourself, to do your own nonprofit, to get yourself off the ground. Like my buddy was in Navigators and he had a whole system. He was one of the biggest fundraisers in Navigators. And so he generated, I don't know, it was like a six-figure budget by just consistently meeting with people, showing him what he's doing, what they're doing, going in for the ask, and then fundraising enough to cover his health insurance, enough to have a solid salary, right? And that requires a skill set that is comfortable with people, is comfortable with casting vision, and is comfortable with asking, hey, I need to make 60,000 a year to cover all my expenses in Atlanta with my health insurance. Therefore, you do the math on that. If you get, enough people, 60 grand a year, that's 5,000 a month, 5,000 a month. You have to get, 50 people to donate $100 a month to you. And so you start doing the math like that, right? And there's entire systems. Navigators is one of them that do just that. Navigators more college ministry, intervarsity, fellowship with Christian athletes. So I'm giving you their frameworks of how they fundraise. And I think if you want to
Hmm.
start your own nonprofit, you first have to sustain yourself before you get into
Hmm.
building a whole thing, right? A lot of times people want to build a whole thing and they haven't even built their own sustainable means of like, can I even take care of my bills?
Yeah.
I think that's the most linear route. The other route would be like you have a cause that you just bleed for and other people bleed for, like and you can use media to build an audience, and then from that you can pivot over and say, hey, we're going to start this thing and we need your support. I think David Wood is an example of that, where he does his apologetics with Muslims and that sort of stuff. They're using a third party, I can't think of the name right now, that is doing all of the payroll, all of the facilitating, all of the fundraising for them. You guys could go check out David Wood's video on that. But that's someone that has an audience. So there's two different pathways, right? Like you build an audience for your cause, and then you fundraise and
Hmm.
ask that audience. You got a way wider net, or
Yeah.
you go super
Using
grassroots, one by one. I'm gonna go and try to take 200 people to lunch. I'm gonna cast a vision. I'm gonna tell them why this is important. I'm gonna ask them to give $20 to $100 a month to get your ministry or your nonprofit off the ground.
Yeah. No, yeah,
Is
that
that
sounds
is
dope.
that helpful?
Yeah, that's helpful, and I've been doing that. I think it's just I've hit like some roadblocks in the sense of like like running out of people. Then you like you start getting to the middle of that, and so I think it's just I'm in a season where it's just like okay, we just got to press in some more.
Hmm.
So it's just trying to figure out that press in moment of like we're almost there, like we're 50% of the way there. How do
Come on.
we get over the hump?
Okay, so tell me this: you're 50% of the way there in terms of having your own budget covered,
Hmm.
and you're going person to person. You're going the grassroots. I'm going to meet with people. Okay, and
Yep,
you're just you.
exactly. I've been going to person to person. It's
Okay,
just like my list is starting to run out type thing.
yeah, so what I would then do is I would see if there are people that are at your church that maybe you don't know yet, if there are friends of friends that have a heart for ministry and the type of ministry you're doing, those sorts of things, right? And so like I'm a guy that like I was in FCA a little bit, and I tend to meet folks from FCA, and I tend to partner with folks from FCA because I was impacted by it, right? And so if like someone meets me, odds are like I'm going to be a monthly giver to them, right? And I'm not, and I don't even like talking about this sort of stuff because he feels icky to talk about giving. But I bet you there's someone in your
Yeah.
circle that will easily connect you with someone in your circle, a current donor that can connect you with other
Yeah.
donors to get you that other 50%. But again, you have to ask. So every meeting should end with, can you partner? If the answer is yes, then can you connect me with someone else that may be interested in
Yeah.
what I'm doing and has a heart for it? Now, let me just say this, Javi, it is difficult for different people in different socioeconomic statuses and
Yeah.
backgrounds to generate funds this way, right? So you may have really hit your ceiling, and so then you have to get creative with it and say, okay, cool, maybe I do pivot and go to asking other people for help to connect me with other people, or you pivot to the content side and try to cast a wider net.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely love what you do, and definitely have been feeling this itch to like see about the content side, and have been curious about that. It's all about making time, and I know you always talk about making your setup sustainable to make
Mhm.
the time easier. So yeah, I definitely appreciate everything you do, and appreciate. I love listening to your stuff, and a lot of your stuff encourages me. So thank you so much for answering my question.
All right, brother. I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna let you go. Man, that really is like the highlight of these shows for me. I know you guys are like, oh, Ruslan, you're just trying to push your Patreon. Yep. I want you guys to partner with Patreon, and I think that is a great way to support what we're doing here, right? As my man Javi is trying to figure out ways to expand, we want to expand. We have Hayden that's been with us 2 days a week. We'd love to get him over 3-4 days a week, right? Why? So we can make even better stuff. I want to do more vlogs. We want to do more documentaries. All those things can be funded by you for $6.99 a month. We don't have a massive pool, even though you go to our Patreon and you're like, wow, 10,000 followers. Those aren't paid people. So if you want to partner with what we're doing here, man, consider signing up for $6.99. I try to open up the lines every single day to let people call in, ask their questions. Because ultimately, man, I really believe I'm here to serve the people. I really believe that by the grace of God, I've been able to figure out a couple areas in my life, whether that's family, whether that's YouTube, whether that's spiritual formation, whether that's godly ambition. And I want to extend and open that up to you guys and answering your guys' questions. And maybe by the grace of God, these sorts of calls help compress time for people. Or maybe you hearing a call like this helps compress time for you, meaning you can learn from my scars, you can learn from my mistakes and the wisdom and insight I have. I am ecstatic to announce that I will be going on tour this spring for the Godly Ambition Tour. We are speaking directly into some of the apathy, some of the nihilism, some of the struggles that we see Christians dealing with, and how godly ambition is the rocket fuel to all of it. So tickets are on sale now. Go to RuslanKD.com. Get your tickets now, as they will be likely to sell out, and we're coming to a city near you. The tour starts in Houston, Texas at the legendary House of Blues venue. If you read Godly Ambition, you know why that venue is significant to me. Then we're going over to Dallas. After that, we're hitting Chicago, Pittsburgh. Then we have Arlington, Virginia, the DC area, as well as the Sony Music Hall in New York City. Then we're going to be in Clearwater, Florida, which is there in the Tampa, St. Pete area, as well as Atlanta, Georgia, and of course, Los Angeles, California. So go to RuslanKD.com. Get your tickets before they sell out. We're going to be having a night where we come together. I'll be doing a live podcast, answering some of your guys' questions, as well as sprinkling in a little bit of new music and casting the vision on what godly ambition is all about. So get a ticket for your friend, bring your family. We're going to have some live worship and have a time to come together and reflect on how to steward our time, talent, and treasure for God's glory. I can't wait to see you. I'll see you this spring. Peace.